We're good to go. Ira?
Hey Kevin, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I think you told the story a little bit before, but if you could share with us again, just kind of your interest in Florida State earlier and then how things came together kind of towards the end.
Well, Florida State was always my number 2 behind OU. Obviously, I was committed to OU for almost 2 years, but I always had a great relationship with Coach Norvell and Coach Tokars. And I think that started right before my sophomore season when I got the offer from them. But I'm just glad how everything worked out. Obviously, I signed like almost 2 weeks before signing day. There was a few decommits from Florida State. Some of that spot opened up for me. Nothing against OU, but there was 3 OC changes, so it just wasn't the spot for me.
Front left over here, Brendan.
Kevin, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Can you describe your game to us, things you think you do particularly well as a quarterback, things that can maybe help you out earlier in your career?
Yeah, I'll say I'm a dual threat quarterback. I love to sit in the pocket and get the balls to my guys in space. But I can run too. I was running back until 8th grade. That was my first year playing quarterback. But I also bring a lot of intensity to the game. I bring the best out of my guys. One quarterback I look up to is Baker Mayfield. Just his intensity he brings to the game. I feel like every quarterback should have that.
Stay up front, Chris.
I know you met Gus when you came here for your visit. How much have you and him built a relationship here over the last 2 months?
No, we built a great relationship. He's very easy to talk to. Obviously, he has a lot of experience. He's seen a lot of football, so I'm excited for the experience and just the way he thinks about the game to the quarterback room.
Brendan?
You mentioned 8th grade is when you started playing quarterback. Can you kind of talk to us about that transition from running back to quarterback? I realize I guess you had the arm to maybe one day play football at this level.
Yeah. I think the main reason I want to play quarterback is because I wanted the ball in my hand every play. I didn't really have that opportunity at running back, and our quarterback wasn't very good in 8th grade, so I just took on that role. I wouldn't say I carried the team, but I was a big role in a lot of our wins. But I just loved the pressure that the quarterback position had, and just like I said, having the ball in my hand every play.
Jordan?
Hey Kevin, you committed here when there were a lot of holes on the offensive staff here and also when FSU was struggling. Just what was Coach Norvell's message to you about why he could turn this around and what gives you confidence in him to turn the program back around?
Yeah, I would say I never really doubted Coach Norvell at all, even with last season. I always knew he was a great person, but also a great coach. He brings a lot of intensity, and he brings the best out of a lot of players. I don't really know all that happened last season because I wasn't here, but I know the season before that, everybody wanted to be Florida State. So I really have no doubts that we can turn this thing around, and I'm excited for the future, and we got the guys to do it too.
What is it about Baker Mayfield's game and how long have you liked him?
I've liked him probably since I decided to play quarterback. I think the main thing about him is just, like I said, the intensity that he brings and just the amount of passion he has for the game. And I just feel like every team that he's been a part of, he's brought the best out of all his teammates. So that's the main thing. Obviously, he's a great quarterback, but his intensity is what I really look at.
Ira?
Sticking with him for a second. So like a guy like planted flags in the field and stuff like that, talking and all that, is that part of your game too?
Yeah, I would say I bring a lot of swag to the game. Obviously, I just feel like that. When you hit somebody, like a quarterback isn't known for running somebody over or something like that. I just feel like that brings a lot of energy to the team, a lot of energy to the sideline, and I just feel like that's a part of my game. I think you've seen that in my high school film. And I'm excited to showcase that on the college level too.
Jordan?
I saw that you moved to a bunch of different high schools during your time in high school. Can you just talk about that transition and whether or not that movement kind of helped you transition to Florida State?
Yeah, I would say that wasn't the plan to go to 3 different high schools in my high school career, but that's just the way I think God wanted it to happen. But I think it also taught me just how to connect with a lot of different people because I didn't grow up in the same town all 4 years of high school, so I had to learn how to connect with a lot of different teammates, a lot of different types of people. And I think that's just helped me connect with a lot of guys in the locker room here. Just being a part of a new culture, a new program, it's been really easy transition because of that, I feel like.
Brendan?
I think you rushed for 1,000 yards. Was it this past season, maybe?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How fast are you? Have you been clocked to see like 40-yard dash or whatever?
40, I'm not sure. I haven't tested my 40 since like my freshman year, but I know I hit 21 miles an hour this past season.
Sorry.
All good.
Go back down here on your right.
How have the tour of duty things gone for you so far, the different workouts, and you feel like you're starting to show people that you belong here athletically?
Yeah, definitely. I love everything about the tour of duty. I think it's the only thing that we're doing right now that's a real like game environment. There's just a lot of chaos going on, a lot of yelling. There's a lot of details that you need to memorize. So obviously it's tough, but I love it. I think I could tell y'all a story like my first tour of duty, when the war chant was playing during warm-ups, I couldn't stop smiling. And Coach Bogner walked up to me and he was like, "Dude, why are you smiling?" I was like, "I don't know." I was just so excited. I just heard all the stories about it, how tough it is. But I just feel like it brings the team a lot closer.
Liam here, second row.
Nice to meet you, Kevin.
Nice to meet you.
You talk about being a dual threat quarterback. You got a couple of those in the quarterback room with you. What are you looking to learn from those guys, and how have the conversations been with them so far?
Yeah, I think Tommy, he has the most experience right now. He's been in college football for a little bit now. So obviously just learning him, how he sees the game, how he reads certain defenses, and then talking through him with protection. I think that's the last thing we kind of talked about. And then Brock, he's just been in this offense for a long time, has been around Coach Norvell, Coach Tokars. So just that combination of just both guys and their experience with certain things has helped me a lot.
Peter?
Hey Kevin, what are some of the conversations you have with them, Gus Monzon, about with the offense and the system, and how much they feel like you would benefit it with your skill sets?
Well, I think the offense is pretty similar to what I was doing in high school. Obviously, there's certain things, terminology is a little different, but I know that we're going to be moving very fast, a very fast-paced offense, and we're going to take a lot of shots.
Jordan?
I read that your dad also played college football. Did you grow up in an athletic family, and how did that background kind of help you grow as an athlete yourself?
Yeah, so the reason I was running back and linebacker pretty much my whole life till 8th grade, but he played linebacker at Washington State. But I just feel like that kind of taught me just how to be tough and intense, because that's the way I grew up. I think it's linebackers and running backs are kind of like that. But mom didn't play any sports. She does residential design, but she's the hardest worker I know. She works extremely hard for me and my family.
Go to Matt over here on the right.
Kind of two-parter. Did Norvell, also being from the DFW area and growing up there, kind of help you make that relationship so good and ultimately lead you to coming here, and then Texas high school football or Florida high school football?
I would say not really. Just Coach Norvell. I think the main thing that sold me about him is just his intensity and the energy he brings every day. But I have to say Texas high school football for sure. 6A at least.
Anything else for Kevin? Okay.